From zero to over $100,000 a month profit in my marketing agency, The Affluent Agency. Guys, it has been a journey, and some of you have been there from the beginning. You've seen the entire process of us growing up to this point. I've changed so much from the person I was when I created my first ever YouTube video, and I've learned so much along the way. So today I want to share with you guys some of the most valuable lessons that I have learned from scaling my marketing agency from zero to over $100,000 a month. Let's get into it. Now, firstly, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who are watching this video right now, who are subscribed to my channel, who have followed me at any point along my journey and supported our marketing agency. Because truly, I do not believe I would be in the position I am today if it wasn't for the motivation that you guys have given me over the past few years. And I cannot wait to continue delivering value to you guys as we now continue to scale our marketing agency to over $1 million a month. So it's exciting times ahead. But over the past couple of years, getting to the point we are today, I've learned a serious amount. I think I've changed an awful lot as a person, and I want to share those lessons with you guys today. So hopefully you can take something from that and maybe elevate yourself above I was when I first started out, because you're going to know what to expect in the future. Now, the first thing I want to talk about today is money's relationship to happiness, and how over the past few years, I've grown to understand that money doesn't translate to meaningful happiness level, okay? Now, when I first started my agency, even before I started my agency, before I jumped into sales jobs, I was in thousands and thousands of pounds worth of debt, and I was very depressed at this moment of time in my life, and I knew the only way I can get out of that was by getting more money, so I wouldn't have this looming debt over my head. And so I had a bad relationship with money from the get-go. I also was very materialistic at the time. I wanted to buy nice things, and I thought the validation from other people of having those items would be enough to make me feel happy on the outside. And so I started off on the wrong foot. I jumped into sales, I got myself out of debt, I started buying nice things, and then I felt vastly unfulfilled in those sales jobs because I was still working stupid hours and spending all my money on one massive holiday at the end of the year that was over before it was even started. And so when I launched my agency, I thought, you know what, maybe I just need to gain this time freedom in my life whilst also trying to earn more money. And so I set this goal of $10,000 a month. That was the amount I wanted to earn for me to hit my peak of happiness within my life. Well, you know what happened. I've spoke about it before. $10,000 a month came along, or £10,000, and I was left feeling unfulfilled. It didn't hit me in the way that I wanted it to hit me. I didn't feel the emotions that I wanted to feel about earning that amount of money, because very quickly, 2 weeks after that, once the initial happiness wore off, I became desensitized to the amount of money I was earning, and I leveled up my lifestyle. So actually I needed to earn a lot more. So I set a new goal, and I reached that, and I smashed that, and so on and so forth. And the curse of entrepreneurship comes, and we leave ourselves being vastly unfilled. But what I learned during this process is that money wasn't going to get me happy. Money wasn't going to make me feel fulfilled. What was a heightened sense of purpose, was a reason to be doing what I'm doing. And in the midst of all of that, I truly understood that my passion was helping other entrepreneurs be successful. That's why on affluent.co we have a motto, a world where all aspiring entrepreneurs find success. And that's something that drives me in every day of my life. I know that in my marketing agency, when I speak to business owners and I help them with their ads and I help them increase their revenue, I'm helping another entrepreneur be successful, somebody who had a bottleneck getting them in the way from reaching the goal that they wanted to reach, right? And in the academy, I can work with people who are aspiring, who remind me of myself at 17, 18, 19 years old, desperate to be successful, but I didn't have a vehicle or somebody to help me get there. Now I am that vehicle, and I can help those people be successful. So I'm driven by the purpose of my business rather than the amount of money it makes me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very financially secure. I can do what I want, when I want, with whoever I want, and I can treat my friends and my family, and that is incredible. And when you start doing that for the first time, that feels absolutely amazing. But don't convince yourself that the money itself is what will make you happy. It's the experiences that gives and the opportunities that brings to your life and other people around you. So we need to make sure we have a healthy relationship with money from the get-go, and we understand it's not the actual number itself that'll make us happy. It's what that will do for us and the people around us. We need to use it for good things. Because I got some pretty nice things, right? It says the twat in the Burberry shirt, but what you guys aren't seeing is I've got tracky bottoms underneath with some socks on with holes in the bottom. Okay, stay humble. The shirt doesn't define who I am. It's a mere deception of who I am based on what you believe I am, based on the things that I actually have. It's all a perception of reality. It doesn't really exist, things and items and whatever. I just want to trick the financial system and have so much cash that I don't even know what money is anymore. Then I'm not a slave to it. So I want you to think about how happy you are right now. Do you go to bed with a smile on your face? Are you content with who you are? Because to me, that's the purest form of happiness. I am so content within myself. I'm not afraid to tell people that I adore the person I am. I'm content in myself, in my mind, in my body. I can spend days and hours by myself in my own mind and be content because I'm happy with the person that I am. And you need to be happy as a person. I always say, once you yourself are a success, everything you touch will be successful. And if the only thing in the way of you being able to say that is money, you need to change your relationship with the money. Why is the money in the way? Is it because you can't pay your bills? Is it because you can't actually afford to do things with your friends? You can't afford a normal life? If yes, then fine, set that financial goal, let that drive you, but don't let the cash drive you. Let the thing, the achievement, the eradication of any self-doubt and limiting belief within your life drive you. So that's what I would say about money. Went off on a while for that one. But yeah, I could probably record a whole video on that, to be honest. Relationships with Cash by Jordan Platten. Book coming soon. Okay, cool. Let's move on. The second thing I want to talk about is failure. And I've grown to love failure for what it is. It's a learning experience every single time. Failure is literally a part of my daily routine. If I'm not failing, then I'm not learning. And failure is a crucial part of continual growth. If I didn't fail, then my ego would be so big that I would convince myself that I was at the top of my game. Like literally yesterday, I was on a sales call with a really hot potential prospect. Okay, not hot in that way, as in hot, as in like they were ready to sign. And I fluffed it up at the end of the call. And I said something so stupid. I was really excited. And after the call, I was like, why did I say that? And so far, I haven't had the contract returned. I'm pretty sure I may have messed it up. And it's okay. I learned from it. I joked about it with Joe. But we fail all the time. We send emails to the wrong people. We hire the wrong people based on misjudgments. Like I literally fail almost every single day, and every time I learn from it, no matter how big or small. I bought an NFT last week for $8,000. I didn't do my research and it's now gone down. It was 2 Ethereum, which is like 8K right now, and it's now gone down to 0.2 because I didn't do my research. And I have learned from that. I didn't research properly, and I need to change that next time round. I need to invest a little bit more time into it, and it's okay. It's a learning experience, and every time I fail now, I laugh, I figure out the reason why that went wrong, and I don't make the same mistake twice. So I welcome failure with open arms, and all of you should. And I think this is something that so many new start business owners fail with, ironically. So many people can't take failure. And as a business owner, I'm here to tell you, it is not easy. This shit is not for the faint-hearted, period, right? You're gonna fail every single day. You're gonna mess up when you're starting an agency. You're gonna mess up cold calls. You're gonna mess up emails. You're gonna mess up your lead list. You're gonna mess up the results for your first couple of clients. It is going to happen. And if you learn to accept that and embrace that and know, do you know what? I haven't failed in a while. Something's probably gonna go wrong. And you just let it happen and you learn from it, then you're just gonna have a much more enjoyable journey. You have to find peace in the insanity that is business. And so many people don't understand that. We start a business because we have watched somebody else on YouTube, some other guru who's literally just been blowing smoke saying, hey, yeah, you can make 100 grand in 30 days with my course, right? Bullshit. It just doesn't happen, okay? And you're being set up with the wrong thing. You're being set up to believe that there's this straight line to success, when in reality, the journey is like, it's endless, right? It's a roller coaster. And so we need to understand that, and we need to learn to embrace that failure is something that is important and vital to continual growth within our company. So yeah. Number 3, I believe that everybody needs a greater vision, a greater purpose, something that intimidates the hell out of them, that's going to drive them forward even after they've reached their financial goals. As I said to you guys, I'm financially free. I can pretty much buy whatever I want whenever I want. I'm not chartering a jet every day because that's stupid. But once I reached my financial goals, I needed something to propel me forward, to keep me working for more and strive for more success, something that intimidated me. Now, as I said, within the start of launching my agencies, I realized my passion was helping other people be successful. I realized that helping other entrepreneurs or working towards a world where all aspiring entrepreneurs find success is something that really drives me. But I'm already achieving that, right? Every single client that we work with, and we work with hundreds now, every single client that we work with, we are helping them to be more successful. Every member of the academy that joins, I'm helping them to be more successful. So I'm actually almost desensitized to helping entrepreneurs find success. And within the last year or so, I really realized and I grew a love and a passion for the environment and the world. And I would love later on in life to work towards launching a company which helps the environmental crisis, that helps individual ecosystems within the world. And specifically, I'd love to work on artificial reef systems. And to do that, I don't need a couple of million, right? I need hundreds and hundreds of millions if I want to make a true impact on the world. And that's something that is driving me forward right now, my greater vision for later on in life, because I can't do that right now if I want to make a true impact. And so I believe that everybody needs to find that greater purpose if you want to and have the desire to take you way beyond just your financial goals. And it's okay, by the way, if you just want to hit your goal and then stay there. But I've kind of found that when you reach your goals, you feel a bit unfulfilled and you need something else. You're not going to know that right now watching this video. I don't want you to sit there and make up and say, do you know what? I want to solve this problem. That's going to give me purpose. Because I don't think you can do that when you are clouded by your financial targets. But once you hit those financial targets, you start exploring within yourself as to who you are and what you mean and where your place is on earth. And that's when I think these true purposes and visions start coming out, because you have the contentment within your mind and the clarity to be able to think bigger, because you're not clouded by initial financial targets. So yeah. Number 4, people are everything. Literally everything. And I've heard so many people say this and I never understood it, but people will make or break your business. And that's a fact, okay? I have gone through the motions within my agency. I've hired contractors from other sides of the world. I've hired based on time. I've hired based on value. I've hired based on personality. I've hired based on every single eventuality. I've pretty much split tested hiring every element of my agency. And I have learned that the most success I have gained from people in our company is when I've hired through personality and not based on skill, because skills can be taught, personality cannot. You can try and mold somebody as much as you want, but it's like foam, right? You squeeze it down, you condense it, but it just comes back out to its original form. So focus on somebody who you see as a culture fit for your business. When you're looking to hire an ad specialist, when you're looking to hire a salesperson, you want to think about, okay, can you actually, or can I see myself working with this person on a daily basis? Do I agree with them? Do my ethics align with them? Do I think that they are a good fit for my brand? I literally had this conversation with Joe a couple of days ago. We're hiring a new graphic designer, and we were looking at these guys' work, and we're like, okay, it's really hard to decipher who we wanted. And the question always is, who do you think you will enjoy working with the most? And that's who we will decide to work with based on that decision. So people really will drive your business forward. I was on my own with contractors before I started working with Joe. When I started working with Joe and we went into partnership together, everything changed because Joe is spiritually aligned to what I am trying to achieve out of my life in every single way, through the vision, through the purpose, and we connect on a level that I haven't connected with anybody else that I've worked with before. And that is what it's all about. It's building those relationships with the people in your company so you can all get behind the same vision, so you can all achieve the same results. So when we get on a meeting on a Monday, everybody is hyped, everybody is aligned, everybody knows what it is that we need to do to reach our goals for the week. And the only reason we can do that is because every single person is a cultural fit. So think about that when you are hiring people. Try and make decisions based on what is good for your company long term and whether their personalities align with you. I know that's difficult when you're first starting out because I'll admit it, when I first started, I didn't have a lot of money. When I only had a few clients, I needed to outsource a little bit. You have to go down the outsourcer route. You have to try and find somebody who is cheap, who you can actually afford. But you can still be mindful as to whether or not that person aligns with your brand. But ultimately, telling you guys the truth, you're never truly going to get that connect until you start hiring people full time. So yeah, people are everything. Be mindful of that and you will have infinite amounts of success within your company. Number 5, you need to stick to one service for one specific kind of person. This is the key to a scalable agency through systems. Now, through many points in my company, I've tried to diversify our skill set to offer different services, to offer landing pages in-house, to do email marketing, to offer Google ads, to work with B2B customers and B2C, to take on e-commerce and info products, to take on local brick and mortar. And the reality of it is we have never had more success than when we decided to get rid of everything apart from one service, which is paid ads through social media for B2C, business to customer, e-commerce companies. And that is all we do. We just offer paid ads to e-commerce businesses. And I understand why people want to diversify because it was the same thing as me. When somebody comes to you, you jump on a sales call and they say, hey, I need my website redoing as well. Hey, do you offer email marketing? You're just thinking cash, right? You're just thinking, oh, money, money, money. Yeah, I'll do that. But then every time you say yes to offering a new service to a new type of prospect in a new niche, you have to learn that all over again. You have to go through the trial and error. You have to try and master that skill. And then you have to compartmentalize between offering your core service and additional services. And it gets really, really difficult to systemize. And it's very difficult to scale because if you sign up 10, 20 new clients over the course of a couple of months, you're really trying to dip in and out and your team are trying to dip in and out of a whole bunch of different things. And you don't need to do that to be able to make money. All you need to do when you speak to somebody who needs additional services is find agencies that you can partner with, who you can outsource that to. I've got a whole bunch of agencies that I work with that I outsource any other service than paid ads, okay? I say, hey, look, I've got another one for you. And we take 20% of whatever they're getting paid. If it's a retainer, we get 20% of that. It's an additional revenue source for our business, and we keep things super simple, super clean, and mega scalable. Now, the sixth and final thing I want to talk about today is a limiting self-belief that I didn't even realize I had until about 6 months ago. I want to tell you that the only difference between an agency making 10K a month, 100K a month, $1 million a month, 100 million a month is a limiting self-belief. It's this falsified barrier we put in our brain that tells us that company has something that we can't have. They know something we don't know. They've got a secret, okay? And it's not true. It's literally just a mental barrier. If you can systemize 10K a month and you can predictably bring in that revenue every single month, I teach people how to do this in the academy. The only thing that's stopping you then getting to 100K, 1 million, 10 million a month is your own limiting belief factors. All you need in an agency to scale is somebody who can sell and a system to do that. You need somebody to fulfill whatever service you are providing, whether that's ads, whether it's websites, whatever it is, you need somebody to fulfill that service. And you need somebody to drive the company forward and be thinking of the bigger picture, to be thinking of the brand, and that's me, right? That's all you need. So right now in our company, we know that we have a system for generating new sales, for getting new customers, for reaching out to cold leads. We have a system for getting customers results, okay? One ad specialist can take on about 10 clients, okay? And they're pretty big clients, so they can only work on 10. So all we need to do to continue growing the business is increase our sales capacity, hire new salespeople, and make sure that we have enough ad specialists to actually fulfill the service. And we have systemized the hiring process. We have systemized the training process. So now all we need to do is get rid of limiting self-beliefs and ramp the numbers up. It is a numbers game, and people don't understand that about business because they believe that there is something else in the way, an external force that they can't control that is stopping them from getting to the goals that they want to reach. And that is why in the agency, literally a couple of weeks ago, me and Joe sat down, we booked a hotel somewhere, and we sat down for a whole day and we literally broke down every single inch of our companies, all 3 of them. And we figured out what is our current structure, what is the current position in the company, what is our capacity and where we are. And then we wrote down on a diagram where we needed to hire, what positions we needed to fill to actually be making $1 million a month, which is our new target. And now we have a roadmap between each of those two elements, where we are now and where we need to go to. And it is just numbers. It is just replicating exactly what we are doing right now. We have clients who we make over $5 million a month for one single client. There is nothing in the way of us doing that for more clients. It is just numbers. And that is our goal right now, to scale the business as aggressively as we possibly can and to smash down any limiting self-belief that we had within our company beforehand. And it's so exciting. So guys, that's the plan. Follow the journey along. I cannot wait to be creating another video in the future saying 100K to 1 mil a month, and give you the lessons in the meantime. And then from 1 mil a month to 100 mil a month, and so on and so forth, because limiting beliefs are the only thing in your way. And the same goes for you right now. Like, if you're making 1K in an agency, if you're making nothing in your agency, you've got these mental barriers. There are resources out there like the Affluent Academy that will literally teach you in black and white through systems that somebody else has built, through ways that, like, I've literally done this and outlined it for everybody that from anywhere in the world. You can literally do this, right? If you put in the work, if you're resilient enough, if you take on board all the other lessons I've given you in today's video, anybody, in theory, can go ahead and can start an agency and scale it up to 10K. If you're not at that point right now, or if you're not working towards that, it's all limiting self-beliefs, and you need to figure that shit out and eradicate and smash down those walls. Go out for a walk and figure out, why is it? Why do I think that I am not capable of this? Why do I have imposter syndrome? That's the only thing that's stopping you from getting from where you are now to where you want to be. It's been a while since I've got up on these videos, guys. If you've enjoyed this video today, please do let me know, and I'll create more video content like this. So I'm just kind of talking, rambling to the camera, just kind of letting my ADHD mind scramble out all of its thoughts. And hopefully this is valuable to you guys. So yeah, if this is the first video you've watched of mine, then make sure you smash the subscribe button with your notification bell turned on so you get notified when we bring out new content. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon. Cheers, guys.